We're here at Bunker Hill Mini Mart, who is sponsoring this special edition of Miami County Monthly News. They're sponsoring it on Facebook. I'd like to thank the owner, Pam Latta, for sponsoring it. And that way we can reach more people and we can promote one of our Miami County businesses here. So we're here at Bunker Hill Mini Mart, and one of her employees is Cody Shanks, who our story is about. We'll be getting to here shortly. She wanted Cody to do the interview here and tell us about how working here for the last 3 years has benefited him and what they have to offer here at the Mini Mart. Cody, how you doing?
Doing good.
All right. So you've been here 3 years, so how has this working here benefited you?
Working at the Bunker Hill Mini Mart has benefited me in a lot of different ways. It gives me people skills, so I deal with customers on a daily basis. Also gives me financial skills, how to count money and count it back right. It also helped me pay for a lot of college.
All right. So what kind of things do you offer here at the Mini Mart?
Probably our most popular would be our deli. Come in, get lunch, dinner, breakfast. We have last minute cookout items. The Bunker Hill Little League comes and gets drinks. Morning guys come and get coffee. Coffee's always popular in the winter. Fresh donuts and newspapers.
All right, just a good old Mini Mart and a lot of just last minute supplies or coffee. You got quite a collection there on your, or selection there on your deli. Sandwiches and salads. Come in for lunch, supper, grab a quick sandwich. Well, we'd like to thank the Bunker Hill Mini Mart for sponsoring this edition on Facebook and help us get the story out about Cody and his student teaching experience. And I'd like to thank Cody for taking some time today also to be interviewed about the Mini Mart. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here with Cody Shanks, who is student teaching for Mr. Tashiniak at Blair Pointe Elementary School in Peru, 5th grade. Mm-hmm. And you've been at this for 4 or 5 weeks. What do you think?
I love the school corporation. My kids, since day one, they took a liking to me right away. It's just a nice and safe school. They have the security officer that walks around the school and makes sure everything's safe.
Yeah. So what got you into this? I mean, when did you decide you wanted to become a teacher?
I actually didn't decide until probably junior year of high school. Up until then, I wanted to be a dentist, so I changed completely. But my mom's a teacher at now Suncrest, but I saw the way that she interacted with her students and how the students impacted her life, and I wanted to make an impact on students' lives and make sure that they have a safe place to go to during the school day. During high school, I did a cadet teaching with actually Mechanical Elementary, and I was with one of my older teachers, and she motivated me to become a teacher
so
too.
The cadet teaching at
Mechanical High School.
So you went over during your high school days and
during fourth period of high school.
And you went over and got an experience that way, and decided that's a good program there. So you graduate and you go into IUK. What's your experience been at IUK as far as preparing you to get into the classroom?
Prepared me over and above. They made sure that we knew what we were getting into right away. The way they made us do lesson plans and cooperations with your field teachers and field schools. But my biggest takeaway was probably discipline or classroom management. They really hit those 2 subjects really hard with our method courses once we got into the student teaching program.
All right, so you theoretically you were prepared, and so you jump into this, and You're going to be working under two different teachers. You're about to be switched to another teacher. Who's the other teacher?
Miss Murphy. I'll be with
Okay.
her from February 25th until somewhere in April.
So at the end, so you've been student teaching under the direction of Mrs. Tusheniak. What kind of things has she done to help support you and give you a chance to do some things on your own, but yet kind of guide you and help you to learn the art of teaching, or I should say the science of teaching, or the skill of teaching?
She's supported me since day one. She was when I first met her, I had no problems making connections. She tells me what they're trying to learn for the big test, I-STEP's coming up, and she said that basically it's free range, whatever I want to do. Just run it by her first to make sure it hits the standards that she wants. Other than that, she always supports me if I have to deal with discipline problems. She'll back me up or make sure it's reinforced what I say. So it was a great first half of the semester of student teaching under Miss Shaniak.
Good, I bet. And she offers suggestions, as go to her after a lesson, say, how did this go? What could I have done better?
Yeah, I made sure I asked her to give me feedback on what I could do to make it better.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Thank you. We're here with Mr. Tusheniak, who Cody is student teaching under this 5th grade, and you've not had a student teacher before, and I was just curious what the experience has been like for you, and what it's you've seen it do for Cody.
Well, I was apprehensive at first because I feel a responsibility toward the student teacher, because I want to make sure he's got a good experience. I think that's so important. I can remember student teaching myself and having a great student teacher, whatever. But so I wasn't sure how it would go. Cody has done a great job. He stepped right in the first day and taught some reading for me. He's got great rapport with the students, and it's just been a great, I think, positive experience for both of us and for the class as well.
I'm sure, he probably came in and jumped right in, but I'm sure it's been, maybe 5 or 6 weeks now.
It's been about 5
You've probably
weeks.
seen a lot of growing and maturing as each day went on, haven't you?
Yes,
as
I have.
a beginning teacher, and
Yes.
it's probably been fun to watch that, hasn't it?
It has been fun to watch that. Of course, you start out really nervous, and I know he was, but he has grown. He takes on responsibilities without me having to ask him, and he just does a great job. He has matured as a teacher.
Well, good. Well, I thank you for doing this. It's, you don't get new teachers without getting experience,
That's
and it
true.
takes students or teachers stepping up and being able to accept student teachers to get them in that experience. And so up until this point in college, it's probably all been theoretical,
Exactly.
not hands-on.
Exactly.
So this is where they get their experience. So
And that's where you learn to teach. I think you learn to teach in the classroom, and I hope that I have given him the opportunity to do his own things, because I think that's important too, within certain guidelines. But he's just taken over what he needs to, and he's done a great job. So I see a great teacher in the future.
all right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So at the end of the year, what's the plans? Are you graduating?
Graduate
And you
start
have
looking for a job.
and you have to take some tests.
I have one left, actually. IUK makes us do tests before we actually get into student teaching.
Okay.
So we're prepared for what we're getting into.
All right. So, you feel like you're ready?
I sure do.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting with the lack of students going into education and being teachers, and you've chosen to do that. You're from Miami County. You stayed local, went to IUK. You work locally. You went to McConaughey.
I sure did.
You're student teaching at Peru. Your plans. Would you like to stay local and be a teacher?
I would.
Or stay around this area?
My first options would be my home school, McConaughey, or Blair Pointe.
Okay. All right. Anything you found different than what you expected when you got into teaching or student teaching?
I would say the way students try to pull one over on you with your being either a new teacher or a new student
They
teacher.
don't do that. No.
They try to make you say something that their host teacher or regular teacher doesn't say to get their way, not what the teacher wants.
So they play games with you.
Oh yeah, play a lot of games.
Been there, done that. Okay. So what's been the most pleasant surprise?
Probably the way the students respond to meeting a new person the first day.
So they really welcomed you when you popped in here.
They sure did. We
Yeah.
have 23 fabulous students in this class, and I'm excited to see what Miss Murphy's class holds.
All right, that's a good thing. You get to teach under two different teachers. work with different type of students. So,
I'll go from 5th grade lift to regular 6th grade.
all right. Okay. What other interests do you have?
I always support my McConaughey basketball boys.
Yeah. All right. So you like basketball?
Love basketball. I play it if I can. I could play it every day if I wanted to.
So, well, do you think when you become a teacher, you'll probably try to do some coaching too?
Coaching either basketball or baseball will be my next one.
Okay.
I was always involved in sports in high school.
Well, just watching you in there, looked like you had some good interactions with the students, and they looked like they looked up to you, and you had some positive effects. So I think you'll do well.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Not really.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.